Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for stopping by and joining me again. For those that are new, thanks for checking out the channel. If you enjoy the content, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. It'd help me out a lot. For those of you that don't know, this channel normally revolves around my cirrhosis of the liver and how it affects me, the things that I do to feel better on a daily basis so I can function. But today I want to talk about my hypothyroidism because now normally my thyroid doesn't really affect me that much. I haven't talked about it on the channel because I've had medication for a while. I ran out of medication and I had a quick reminder of the hell that is hypothyroidism. Oh God, did I remember. I had forgotten. It had been a long time since I ran out of medication, but it is brutal. If you haven't dealt with this, if you don't know anybody that has it's rough. You think the fatigue of cirrhosis of the liver can be rough, and yes, it is, but there's the fatigue that comes along with hypothyroidism is something far more distinct and specific, and I don't know if I can put that into words, but it is brutal. Now, normally with the fatigue with cirrhosis of the liver, if you're starting to get fatigued and you're starting to get sick, the answer to that is just rest. Just sleep as much as you can. Try not to be too active. Just relax. And you'll start feeling better. With hypothyroidism, the only solution is to get thyroid medicine. Now your thyroid now your thyroid pretty much regulates everything in your body. I mean, all the functioning of all your organs, your energy levels. It affects your emotions. You get this mental fog. It could just be total torture. And if you don't have thyroid medicine, then nothing's going to change. You're just going to feel worse and worse, and you're not going to be able to get out of bed for hours at a time. And the thought of the things you have to do just seem to make you even more exhausted. And it's really, really brutal. Now, it's my own damn fault for running out of medicine. I know that I knew that I didn't have any more refills. I knew that I don't have insurance. Which me not having insurance is a long story right now. I won't get into that. There's reasons for it, the paperwork and all that yada yada. But I don't have insurance, so that means I don't have a doctor to go see unless I want to shell out a bunch of money. So I had to go to the emergency room. Finally, I gave in after the work day. I was like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I made it through work, and I'm going to the hospital, and I'm gonna just have them write me a prescription, and they're gonna charge me like $600, and I'm not gonna be able to pay it, and that's gonna further ruin my credit. But I have no choice. I have to go get thyroid medicine, and that's what I did. And within a couple of days, I was slowly starting to feel better, and then it's been a few days now, and I feel great, and I'm finally back to myself. So that was just a brutal reminder of the havoc that your thyroid can wreak on you if you go without medication. And a lot of you, maybe you haven't been diagnosed, and maybe they're like, "Hey, you're depressed." Make sure they check your thyroid out first, because depression and bipolar, those symptoms, and hypothyroidism or even hyperthyroidism, the symptoms are very, very much the same. A lot of times you can get misdiagnosed as depressed, and that's something they did to me for years too. They always told me I was bipolar or I was depressed, and they never checked my thyroid. But eventually they caught it. My thyroid levels were way out of whack. Like your thyroid, your TSH is supposed to be 2 or 3 for an adult my age. When they found it, it was 33.8, which is like ridiculous, off the charts. Shouldn't even be. They thought it was a mistake because it was so high. And then when I went to the hospital, my TSH, this thyroid stimulated hormone, that was at 15, which is still a ridiculously high number. So if you're dealing with like fatigue problems or emotional problems, it's good to have your thyroid checked out. And those of you that have these issues, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's brutal. You don't want to get out of bed for days. It affects your emotions. You just can be extremely irritable. You go from one emotion to the next. It really is like being bipolar, except with just an insane amount of fatigue and just like basically giving up on life because you don't want to get out of bed. But I survived it, and I'm feeling a lot better. I have medicine. I'm good to go. They gave me, a lot of times you go to the emergency room, they won't even prescribe a refill. It'll just be that. But they wrote me a prescription for like 2 months, and I got a refill for another 2 months. So I have time to get my medical stuff straightened out and get insurance again, so I can get on the so I can get on even a higher dosage, because what I need is a higher dosage. But that was my weekend. Thursday through the weekend or whatever it was insanely brutal, but I survived, and I just wanted to fill you in on. I always talk about my cirrhosis, and that was a little brief example of what it's like to deal with hypothyroidism. It's brutal. If any of you guys have experiences like that, go ahead and leave a message in the comments. Go ahead and give me a like if you haven't already. Subscribe and hit that little alert notification so you can get notifications when I post more videos. And I will check you guys later. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. Peace.